Hey guys, welcome back to another Skyrim console mod video, where we cover all the latest and best console mods for PS4 and Xbox One. If you haven't already done so, check out my two previous videos for today. One is another brand new console mods, and the other is my 15 things you didn't know about dragons. Well, we have 8 mods to look through, so let's just jump straight into number 1. Our first mod is a simple home located in solitude. Vagrants Highrise is an open world loft located in the Hall of the Dead. It features a bedroll and 3 places to store your booze, a beautiful view of the graveyard you live atop, the stench of decay obviously, static bottle clutter so you can fumble drunkenly all you want, and a shiv so you can keep all the drunks off your property. Our next mod is a small mod but makes a very cool change to the weapons in the game. The Sea Enchantment mod does exactly that, makes enchantments on your weapons now visible with awesome custom magic effects, effect shaders and object art to make the weapons in the game just way more cooler. I don't know about you, but this small change makes a big difference and makes weapons in the game much more fun to use. The next mod of the day is the Power of Dragonborn. What the mod does is make it so when you collect dragon souls, instead of spending them on shouts, you will increase in power. Starting with 5 dragon souls and going up in increments of 5 all the way to 50, so 10 different levels, you can increase your magicka, stamina and health by up to 100 points and reduce your cooldowns by up to 50%. These effects will only apply if you have the required amount of souls, so if you spend your souls your power will decrease, but you can always start saving souls again to increase your power again. The effects will not be visible in the magic effect menu, but you will see that your shout timer will have lower numbers for each Dragonborn souls level, and you will see that the amount of health, magic and stamina is getting buffed on your stats. The mod goes together with another mod we looked at called the Fire Within, which boosts shout abilities when you collect dragon souls as well. So these two mods go perfectly together and just give you an alternate way to use the dragon souls in game. The Mask of the Blades, sometimes referred to as the Soul Mask, is the grisly looking and instantly recognizable mask worn by Jack of the Blades from the Fable series. The mask itself has the ability to trap and carry souls. Some speculate that Jack used this mask to possess many heroes over the centuries, granting him control of their body and making him appear immortal. Jack's mask is similar to a phylactery, a container where the souls flee upon the death of its current body or host. If the phylactery is destroyed while the soul is still within, then so is the soul. It's craftable under the jewelry section at any forge. The mask is classified as a circlet. The required recipe is 1 human heart, 5 dragon scales, 5 dragon bones, and an empty greater soul gem. The recipe was created with a difficult item since the mask is considered a legendary item. Since it's considered a circlet as well, it could be enchanted if you wanted to. Overall, a really cool looking mask, and it's definitely worth checking out. Our next mod is a very simple one, and all it does is give all lockpicks in the game a weight of 0.1. The mod is simply designed to add a little bit of realism and make playing a thief a bit more immersive. The Infinity Sword is a unique, powerful greatsword that deals fire damage. The sword can be found in the Ethereum Forge, embedded in one of the rocks floating out of the magma. To get it, you will have to of course get to the Ethereum Forge, which requires you to do the Lost of the Ages questline. Once you finally do it, when equipped, the sword grants you high resistance to fire, and some frost as well, and a bit of health regeneration. On top of this, as long as the sword is equipped, fire-based attacks will do less damage to you, while your fire-based attacks will do more damage to enemies. However, it doesn't stop there. The sword is not just a regular sword. It has different and unique abilities, such as throwing fireballs at enemies or causing large area explosions. On top of this, the weapon, whenever you do fire damage to enemies, will begin to charge up. Once supercharged, you can unleash a deadly wave of fire on your opponents. Overall, this sword is really awesome to use, and while it does take a little while to get, it's definitely worth it, as no other sword in game, or any other modded weapon for consoles currently, is as fun to use as this sword is. Our final PS4 mod of the day is Skyrim Resized Animals. Resized Animals of Skyrim is just another simple, immersive mini-mod that is designed to enhance the player's experience in the world of Skyrim. This mod does exactly what it says and resizes certain animals and creatures in a lore-friendly way, mainly decreasing the size of insects and other fauna that were made larger than normal in the base game. So if you're looking for some more realistic sized animals, then download the Skyrim Resized Animals mod. Since we didn't really have any big mods to go over today, I decided to go over one that's a bit older, as in it came out a few days ago and I didn't already go over it. But it's a very big mod, and I will try to go over as much as I can. Yash 2 is an attempt to make the game mechanics more interesting by adding subtle but substantial gameplay elements in a strictly lore-friendly way. The mod is primarily aimed at hardcore role players and are able to roleplay the reasons why things happen in a certain way. Even if you're a casual gamer, you might appreciate most of Yash's features. The main goal of the mod is to make you start as a complete nobody, suffer greatly at first, and feel a real sense of accomplishment when you level up and increase your skills. Yash is not necessarily harder than vanilla, but its gameplay is way more different. The mod never affects the player with something that will not affect the NPCs. If your Khajiit character now runs faster, it's because all Khajiits in the game run faster. If your Redguard character is more skilled with one-handed weapons, it's because all Redguards are now more skilled with one-handed weapons in the game, and so on. So that's how this mod works. So we can take a look at some of the major gameplay changes that this mod affects, and there are quite a lot of them. Starting off, we have changes to the races to make them more unique. Each race is now really unique. They have different stats, traits, and abilities, and choosing a race actually affects the gameplay. To name a few, Altmers regenerate magicka more quickly, Orcs are best at smithing, and Redguards swing one-handed weapons faster. Each race now has different unique perks and abilities for each one, so choose wisely. There are also changes to races and different perks. All perk stats have been altered in one way or another. More perk ranks are available, and some perk bonuses ranks are available only to certain races. You can also skip over perks without being forced to pick the perks that you don't like, just to reach a perk of your choice. A really cool feature. There's also no more level scaling. The leveled list has been altered so that rarer items are now rarer and common items are found pretty much everywhere. For example, you only have 1 in 100 chance of finding Daedric items in a chest now, but iron items are 33 in 100. Rare loot is now not in predetermined locations. Harder bosses and harder dungeons will have better loot on them, but pretty much what you get for loot is way more random than it was before. The mod also adds in skill requirements. Weapons that you find now require you to have certain perks to use them. For example, to use Daedric weapons or armor, you have to be level 90 in either one-handed, two-handed, marksman, block, or heavy armor. Skills are also now more important. Skills govern everything you do. The damage you deal with a weapon, the chance to pick locks or to pickpocket, the magnitude and duration of spells, the power of an enchantment item, the chance of successfully extracting ingredients from harvested plants, and the list goes on. Food and drink have also been improved to give better bonuses, so that quality meals will give longer and bigger bonuses. And not so quality meals, for example eating raw food, will not give very good bonuses. On top of this, AI has been improved, item names improved, weaknesses and strength have been applied to all enemies or made better, open encounter zones is also enabled so enemies follow you into loading zones. What I have mentioned is only about 30% of the info for each of the major changes, as well as not to mention hundreds of gameplay tweaks that I can't even begin to look at as there are so many. But you can just see from the list that there are loads and loads. Overall, this mod is really awesome, and just the amount of changes it makes is really mind-blowing, but I think this mod is definitely worth checking out for yourself. Well guys, there we have it. 8 brand new console mods for Skyrim Special Edition that are worth downloading. If you enjoyed the video, as always, comment down below, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys all tomorrow for more Skyrim console mod videos. See all you guys then.